Hi there. I just want to do a quick follow-up on the paradox video I made a couple of days ago. I'll just show you it again, the very thing. It says, piece of paper, it says the sentence on the other side of this paper is false. When you turn it over, the sentence on the other side of this paper is true. Yeah, they're mutually exclusive statements, and so it leads to a paradox. But what I was kind of hinting at there is that the paradox really emerges from the fact that this is a piece of paper, or really emerges from the fact of the geometry of middle-sized objects moving at middle speed, which is what we are. The logic of pieces of paper is that they have two sides. There's an inherent binary, inherent Aristotelian, non-excluded middle logic about these things. You know, a piece of writing can be on one side or the other side. That's the only places these things can be, and it's that provides the structure for this kind of logical paradox. So I've just written one or two others out. I don't know if this will make any sense, but just to see if I can expand on that. Here we go, look. It says, this one, slight variation, it says, there is some writing on the other side of this paper. And when you turn it over, it says, there is no writing on the other side of this paper. There is writing on the other side of this paper. There is no writing on the other side of this paper. Yeah? Or if you really want to take it to the extreme, it says this, the other side of this paper exists. The other side of this paper does not exist. Again, these are true statements. I could expand that by saying, to say that the other side of this paper exists is true. To say that the other side of this paper exists is false. To say that the other side of this paper exists is true. To say that the other side of this paper exists is false. It turns into a paradox because, or it appears to be a paradox, because of course the other side of this paper exists in three-dimensional geometrical land that we live in. You know, that's middle-sized objects moving at middle speed. Of course it does. So it turns into a paradox. But as I've said before with the other thing, if you Mobius strip this, it changes it from a paradox into a different statement about existence in a different geometry. I've changed the geometry, so changed the geometrical conditions in which those statements appear paradoxical. Because now it reads, the other side of this paper exists, the other side of this paper does not exist. Those two statements coexist simultaneously because they are both true. Yes, the other side of this paper exists, but they also doesn't exist. It exists in a moment in time. In a slice through time, both sides of the paper exist, but over the progression of time, it's revealed as a single piece of paper. So it exists and doesn't exist simultaneously. So I hope that makes some kind of sense. Anyway, I'll just end with this one. I don't know if this makes any sense at all. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, I'll just end on this. The other side of this paper is facing you. The other side of this paper is facing me. See you on the flip side.